Another good old 90s effects pedal. This is the DOD Stereo Flanger FX75C to be exact. You know, one of the last fully analog pedals before DOD went full digital and became Digitech. And not only did this come with the original box, which is, you know, awesome, but it's also still sealed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this pedal has never been touched for about 3 decades. Smells kind of old. Let's open it up. Alright, so usually when I demonstrate something here on the channel, I make sure that I sit down with it for a good amount of time to just check out how it sounds like, what each of the controls do and everything. This is different because I wanted to open this with you guys. So I have actually never played this before. I mean, I know what a flanger does and everything, but I never played this exact one. So this is kind of exciting. And that's it, just like that. Almost 3 decades gone. All right, check it out. Never been touched. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm going to plug it into my Roland Jazz Chorus here. I think this is the best way to demonstrate the stereo thingy. And later, we'll get to that. First of all, Jazz Chorus, all right? I was kind of disappointed, I guess. I was expecting this to sound a little more intense, you know, because for example, when I plug in my Boss BF3 flange here, this is very intense, even in stereo, but this DOD pedal here does make a pretty good chorus pedal. This is what I came up with. Pretty nice. Also, what I just discovered when I was plugging in the power supply here, I was just curious to know if there's a battery inside, and there is. There's a brand new battery inside, just like when you buy a Boss pedal. This one is also still sealed, and I'm thinking about never using it. I think you cannot even buy this brand anymore. I don't know, is that something cool, or is it just me? I think it's pretty cool. I have a battery from the 90s. Anyway, since I'm not that convinced of this pedal in stereo, even with the depth fully cranked, let's just go in mono. So I disconnect one of these cables here, we just go in mono, still the Jazz Chorus, and see what it sounds like. There we go, this sounded way better in my opinion. So now let's switch from the Jazz Chorus to the infamous Orange Supercrush 100. Of course, I always use this amp, it's a great pedal platform. And we're going to use this with distortion, and I'm going to do the following. Marshall Guv'nor, boosted by the clone Centaur. Alright, it's the Centavo by Warm Audio, but it's basically the same pedal, dude. So this boosted by this, and we need some delay, right? So for delay, believe it or not, I'm using the Danelectro Fab delay. This is a wonderful delay, doesn't get enough credit, sounds fantastic. Here we go. Now I'm starting to really enjoy this pedal. You know, flanger is a special effect. You know, you gotta like flangers. I personally love flangers, but it's not for everyone. One question, do you prefer your flanger before or after your drive pedals? I personally prefer them before my overdrive distortion, and here's how I typically use a flanger. Pretty cool, right? You can either do that or just go full-on shoegaze mode and do stuff like reverb and delay into distortion. Crazy. Crazy, right? Usually I wouldn't do stuff like this, but recently I stumbled upon a channel called Chris Egon Music, and he's the shoegaze captain, dude. You should check out his channel if you like shoegaze stuff. He has lots and lots of cool videos about that topic, so check him out. Pretty cool stuff. So there you have it, the FX75C Stereo Flanger by DOD. Very cool pedal. I really like how solid this feels. Pretty heavy. You could knock somebody out with it. It changes the color depending on how the light falls on it, you know, from green to blue. That's pretty cool. C is, by the way, the third version. The first one was the FX75 and then the 75B. This is the final, like I said, analog version before DOD became Digitech. Yeah, check this pedal out. Very nice. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below as always. Have a great week. See you in the next one. Take care.